जैसे ये लड़कियों को मिसयूज कर
One
रहे
second.
हैं उसके
Hello,
बारे में
Jai
बात
Sri
करना है।
Ram. Jai Sri Ram. Welcome everybody to Bharat Marg, and Seema ji is from Germany, and welcome. And we have our political analyst from Canada, Vinay ji. Thank you again for joining both of you for with Bharat Marg. Friends, today's topic is one of the very, very powerful topic, that is grooming of youngsters now in Canada. Okay. uh, the reason we put youngsters is because many time we think when we say human trafficking or sexual harassment or anything like that, we only think of it happens to girls, and you will be surprised know how many boys are the victims of it too. Okay. And it's incredible to know. But before going further, friends, make sure to like the video, comment on it, what your thoughts are, and share it with as many people as you can. And we love your support on that. And also, if you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe the channel, press the notification button, and stay connected. And we will love to have you all the time. Okay. Anyway, Vinayji, now the children here are at risk in Canada. It is being said the function what we call the grooming is happening here. Okay. Let me show you something which you may be interested in watching. Okay. See here, I'll read it out. you know yeah, especially the most affected in this are the sick girls. It says the document. Grooming is not something that is talked so much about it in Canada because people aren't aware of it. Most of the grooming has been going on in UK. That's what I always thought until it happened to me. I thought maybe it didn't happen here because but it does. And guess some people just don't think it is a big deal. They don't talk about it. When it happens to me, I didn't want to tell anyone in my family because I know they would possibly blame me, not believe me, because just something you don't really talk about. I was very scared when this place, right? India's neighbor man was approaching me. He knew that I was vulnerable girl and I was emotionally damaged, and he tried to take advantage of my emotional vulnerability. He told me things that to gain my trust. It goes on, and we will go much in detail on it, on on what is happening inside Canada. Okay. So the Vinayji, okay, the girl goes on to say how she was made a victim, and she couldn't even talk to her own family about it. And the very surprising thing is the Sikh community has been some people have been outspoken for some time in UK about it, but many of them think it is okay, I guess. They don't talk about it. What is really happening in Canada? Can you just throw some light, Vinayji?
Yeah. So, just to kind of give you a background, yesterday, coincidentally, actually, I was not with no other intention. I was watching a show on CBC, and this is one of those exposures, investigative journalism, show, right? And there, I was watching about the number of students coming in from India, especially India, and they're coming here, with the only and sole intention of studying. Okay, but they
Okay,
come
okay.
here.
Let me ask you a more precise question.
Yeah,
Okay, when you say India, where in India?
they're coming from Punjab.
Okay,
Okay,
just
so they're
let's
mainly
call the
coming from
spade a spade.
Punjab, and the girls, boys. I mean, it doesn't matter how many, but they come here and they come with a limited amount of money, right? And when they come here, they see the cost of living is high, the accommodation is high, the school fees, their father or the parents would have paid only maybe for the first semester or this 2 semesters or whatever, right? And after that, they're on their own, and the kids are extremely under a lot of pressure, and when they talk to their parents, the parents say, oh, you know what, you're a very brave girl, or you're a very brave boy. We know you can do it, and you can make it there, so just do what you can. And now this is what people are calling a kind of a pathway to grooming, because here these kids are very vulnerable, they're stressed, and they need the money. So what they do is they go and talk to people. They're willing to do any kind of work. In fact, I have known some people who are actually because I kind of interact with some NGOs here, and through the NGOs I came to know that these kids actually, after they go through the grooming experience, they kind of go through to these NGOs and they seek help. But let me talk to you about grooming itself, what happens. So like I told you, the background is they don't have enough money to eat, they don't have enough money to pay their rent, they don't have enough money to pay their fees, and also they want to wear nice clothes and stuff, right? They want to be wearing all the fancy
Peer pressure.
names. So what they do is they're looking for opportunities. They want to work. They're not allowed to work, most of them. Sometimes they can get their social insurance number to work, but it's a huge process, and there's a limited number of hours that they can work if you're a full-time student.
Now the government has extended it.
And the government has extended it, no doubt about it. And but the thing is, they're in need of money. So now they come across these kind of touts. I call them touts. Okay, I don't want to name which part of country or where they are from, what their background is. These guys are touts. They hang out near these colleges like Seneca, Humber College, Centennial College. Most of these colleges are and a lot of private colleges as well. Alpha is one of those big college that actually operates, and Alpha has coincidentally has 100% foreign students, international students, and 99% of them are from Punjab. And this is the problem, right? And now these touts come to them and say, hey, how are you, and blah blah blah, and they introduce themselves, they become friendly with them and all that. And then they actually they start either dating them or hanging out with them and all that. So once they break that ice, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever, right? These touts have a lot of time on their hand because they're attacking a lot of people at the same time. So with one person, they may give 2 weeks. With another person, they may give, a month or 2 months. But eventually they break the ice and tell them, hey, listen, there are ways and means to make money. And how do I make money? Sexual favor. And other things, and there are lots of things going on, videos, and extremely. I mean, I can't even explain this on this channel. Actually, this is what they resort to, and the poor kids, they have no choice, because they say, oh, okay, sure, let's do it, and the first attempt will be and they get some cash in their hand, and they say, oh wow, this is fantastic, and then they start repeating it, and they start repeating it, and then they become sex slaves. And now guess what? If they try to walk away from it after a few months, these guys have now all the videos, all the exposures, all the pictures, all the evidence, and they say, I will send everything to your parents, and they'll start blackmailing. So now these guys
and also with this starts drugs peddling, drug smuggling, everything starts with this. Once the blackmail started.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what's going on right now. Just to give you a little background.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. See, Seemaji, it is said that this has been happening. यूके में तो बहुत दिन से चल रहा है ये, यूरोप में. आप इसके बारे में क्या बोलेंगे? आप तो यूरोप में हैं, जर्मनी में हैं. You would have seen this a lot.
जी, जैसे कि यूके की इंफॉर्मेशंस भी हम लोगों ने जैसे स्टडी की है, इंटरनेट पे भी सुना भी है, वीडियोस भी देखी हैं. कई बच्चे ऐसे लाइव भी निकाल देते हैं वीडियोस, कई बार हर्ट होते हैं इतना इमोशनली. तो बहुत कुछ इनके साथ हो रहा है और बहुत कुछ हो चुका है. अभी यहाँ पे जो लड़कियां, अब यूरोप में प्रॉब्लम ये है कि यहाँ पे लैंग्वेज भी और है. कनाडा, यूके में तो फिर भी चलो लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश है, तो थोड़ा सा अपनी बात को आगे बता देना उनके लिए इजी होता है. यहाँ जो है लैंग्वेज भी नहीं है, उस हिसाब से फिर उनको प्रॉब्लम होती हर चीज़ में। तो बहुत सारी लड़कियाँ जैसे मैं देख चुकी हूँ, सुन चुकी हूँ, 20-20 साल की लड़कियों को उनके ट्रिपल एज से बड़े लोगों के साथ रखा गया, यहाँ पे रखा है और इवन उनके बिना शादी के बच्चे भी हो गए। उनको ये बोला जाता है कि आपके सारे खर्चे भी निकल जाएँगे, आपकी लाइफ़ भी ईज़ी हो जाएगी, आप अपने यहाँ पे पढ़ाई या अपनी लाइफ़ चला पाओगे, आप पीछे अपने पेरेंट्स की भी हेल्प कर पाओगे, तो आपके लिए ईज़ी वे ये है, ऐसे
Our
करो।
our
तो
Simaji, one thing people have to keep in mind. ये जब देखते हैं इन कंट्रियों में अगर आपके पास बच्चे होते हैं, if you have kids, then you get paid for that too.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, लेकिन उन लड़कियों को इतनी नॉलेज तो इतनी बहुत ज़्यादा तो होती नहीं, उनको ये होता है कि बस हमें यहाँ किसी तरीके से अपना मतलब कि लाइफ़ जो है वो अ, सेट हो करने के लिए यहाँ पे तो आई मीन कि उनको इतना मिसयूज़ किया जा रहा है लड़कियों को, देख-देख के दिल घबराता है और दूसरा ये है कि अभी अ पाकिस्तानियों के पास भी छोड़ा गया लड़कियों को कि वहाँ जाके काम करो और उसके बाद उस उनके बिना शादी के बच्चे और ना इधर की ना उधर की। अब इन लड़कियों को तो पता नहीं है कि इनका तो मिशन है। अ, जो भी है इनके तो लिखा हुआ है कि इनको जन्नत मिलेगी जितना ये दूसरे धर्म की लड़कियों के साथ
But
ऐसे
the
हरकतें करेंगे।
most
जी,
affected in
बिल्कुल।
this
जी, बिल्कुल,
is
बिल्कुल। और दुःख की बात ये है कि कुछ पंजाब के ही एलिमेंट्स हैं जिसको मैं राक्षस बुद्धि बोल सकती हूँ। और वो एलिमेंट्स सिर्फ़ मेल ही नहीं है, उनमें फीमेल्स भी हैं। यहाँ पे है जर्मनी में। तो ये इन लोगों ने इस तरीके से लड़कियों की हालत कर दी पंजाब से आई हुई की और वो लड़कियाँ इतना डरती हैं कि वो अपनी बात को सामने रखती ही नहीं है फ़ोन पे इतना मतलब अपना फ़ेस नहीं दिखाती। बात अगर 1-2 लड़कियों ने मुझे शेयर की बात, लेकिन उन्होंने अपना फ़ेस नहीं दिखाया इतना वो मतलब कि उनके मन में डर बैठा हुआ है। तो ये चीज़ें जो हैं ये हमें अभी समझ नहीं आता कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या करें? किसको बोलें? यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट कहती है कि वो लड़कियाँ 18 से ऊपर है ऐसा ही कहेगी कि वो अपनी लाइफ़ खुद डिसाइड कर सकती हैं। अब हमारे हिसाब से उनके साथ तो पूरा अब्यूज़मेंट हो चुका है। वो ख़त्म कर दिया गया है उनकी मेंटली हालत और उनकी जो सम्मान है, सम्मान का जो सोच है, वो सब ख़त्म तो अब ये है कि बस वो बेचारी पिंजरे का पंछी बनकर यहाँ पे
absolutely. Absolutely. That's the same. See, I want to ask you, Vinayji, something. I was shocked initially to know in country like Canada, okay, you get what do you call even the things for postponing your menstrual cycle and things like that. Those kind of hormone tablets, you get it for free.
Yes.
You, you know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I
And it
mean,
is so easy to get it, and the government wants you to get it for free.
yeah. So
So that
this is,
the kids can practice it anytime they want, whenever they want.
yeah, this is all part of the whole scheme or conspiracy that's going on, right? And unfortunately, the government is not taking a very major step in this.
In fact,
The issue
they are from backdoor. They are encouraging it.
I don't know if they are, but I'm not sure about that. But what I'm trying to say is, like yesterday when I was watching that CBC show, I kind of noticed that the tuition fees for international students is 5 times more than up to 5 times more than the local students. So let's say local students pays $2,000 a year. International students pay $10,000 a year. So you can imagine the amount of
You,
burden these guys have to carry. So
you
for
know,
that,
and
they're willing to do
people,
anything.
and this is for credits. For credits, it's
Yeah,
not for the whole college cycle.
exactly. And funnily enough, the most of the people, like they were actually interviewing a farmer in Punjab, and he's from a small village, and he said, हमारे गांव से 300 लोग यहाँ से गए हैं. So 300 people have gone from his village or arrived in Canada to study. So you can imagine, I mean, a population, maybe, I don't know, maybe 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. That's all the village population is. Out of that, 300 students have come to Canada. And imagine, and these are all little.
And think about Europe. Think about Europe, US, and other places of the world. Ukraine.
Right.
Russia, China.
You saw what happened just before the war, right? Or just when the war started between Ukraine and Russia.
Right.
How many Ukrainians? How many students in Ukraine were brought back to India? I mean, these guys had gone to study there, but I'm not sure. I cannot talk for Ukraine what really happened there. But in Canada, this is what's going on, and
Europe is an open book for everybody to see.
Yeah,
and I am just
the only people who are really trying to help are a couple of NGOs. That's as far as I know.
Right. See, what is very surprising in the whole event for me, okay? We talked about Punjab here. This community in general, because if you hear the Sikh community in Europe was the most affected, and they talk openly about it many times. And they know who are these people who are seducing these girls first into sexual favors, and then to sexual slavery, and then to drug abuse. That's what it is all about. And but they don't stand and take enough stand about it. In fact, they stand with them many cases. Right, Seemaji? Do you see that in Europe?
जी बिल्कुल. यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ लोगों से बात भी की थी इन चीजों को लेकर, लेकिन I think कि लोग भी seriously नहीं इन चीजों के
One second, Seemaji, hold on a second. I just want to say something for the viewers. Okay, Seemaji works with a lot of girls like this, and also women, matured women and things like that. So that's why I was very serious in having her in the debate, because she deals with a lot of women in this. Yes, Seemaji, please continue.
जी बिल्कुल. देखिए, बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी होती है कि हम लोग तब तक शायद ओपनली नहीं बोल सकते हैं, सब काफी कुछ जानते हुए भी, जब तक हमें लगे ना कि इस पे कोई एक्शन काम हो सकता है. क्योंकि टांगे खींचने वाले अपने ही लोग अगर ज्यादा हों, और इन चीजों पे हंसने वाले लोग हों, अगर हम इन विषयों पे उठाते भी यहाँ पे कहीं भी, तो सब लोग, उनको लगता है कि हम फालतू की बातें लेकर ऐसे ही मतलब कि प्रोपेगेंडास करते हैं, या ये है वो है. और खासकर लेडीज का होता है कि लेडीज तो आजकल सब इतनी स्मार्ट है, इतनी पढ़ी लिखी है, इतनी लड़कियां इतनी तेज है, तो उनको कोई कैसे अब्यूज कर सकता है, वो खुद ही अपनी अब्यूजमेंट करवाती हैं. तो इस तरीके की बातें भी हमें सुननी पड़ी, और फिर मुझे भी चुप हो जाना इसलिए पड़ा कई बार. जैसे शेयर तो मैंने आपसे किया था इन चीजों को, लेकिन अब उसको एक सुनने वाला भी तो होना चाहिए. अब किसको सुनाए हम लोग? यहाँ के गवर्नमेंट तो मैंने आपको पहले बोला, 18 साल के ऊपर के बच्चों को यहाँ पे कोई रोक टोक नहीं है, कोई कुछ भी कर सकता है उनके लिए कि
और फ्री में मेडिसिन मिलते हैं, फ्री में
हाँ,
मेडिसिन मिलते हैं, गवर्नमेंट फ्री में देती है.
जी.
आई वाज सो सरप्राइज्ड.
हाँ, और अपनी कम्युनिटी है, बहुत बिजी है, अपने मंदिर है चाहे गुरुद्वारे हैं, वो लोग बहुत बिजी हैं. उनकी कमेटियां अपने ही प्रसादे, कड़ाह, हलवे, पूरियां, नाच गानों में मस्त है सब, मंदिरों वाले भी. तो आई थिंक कहाँ पे बात करें, कि किसको साथ लें, कैसे आगे बढ़े, किस तरीके से इन चीजों को सोल्यूशन होगा, कहाँ जाए, हमें पता नहीं है. तो हमने सुना, कई लड़कियों की तकलीफें सुनी, आज नहीं 5 साल पहले की सुनी, 5 साल पहले भी.
हाँ जी, ये
लेकिन
बोलिए.
लेकिन जब किसी ने इतना ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया, तो फिर मैं भी चुप हो गई, क्योंकि मुझे 3-4 साल पहले भी कुछ ऐसे मैसेज आए थे कि जिनकी मतलब कि छोटी-छोटी उम्र की लड़कियाँ और अपने 3-3 गुना बड़े लड़कों के साथ उनको रखा गया।
Yeah.
और वो मतलब लड़के नहीं कह सकते हम, बहुत बड़े मैच्योर बंदे और जिनकी ऑलरेडी शादियाँ हो चुकी हैं, जिनके बच्चे
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
अ,
ये एक मिनट
तो
होल्ड कीजिए। I want to
जी,
go through this, quickly. See here, somebody writes here, first of all, on a comment to the previous session, first of all, sex trafficking is huge in Canada and hotspots in Peel, which has largest concentration of South Asian population. See, it's very funny. Whenever this happen, they become South Asian. Whenever some other thing happen, they become specific. Now the girls necessarily aren't South Asian, they are mostly from broken single parents homes, etc. But Peel is close to the largest airport in Canada, but here in the shows the Punjabi students were from India are increasingly sex traffic, but not by, you know see, here is the with our own community, not by them. बोलता है ये बंदा. It may have started in England as a conversion traffic, but in Canada it is a multi-million dollar industry, and young vulnerable girls are increasingly being preyed on. And the disturbing part is that being recruited, these things we cannot verify, folks. Okay, we are not sure. It says disturbing part is they are being very recruited in gurudwaras by some creeps, because they knew they visit those places. All I am saying is laws regarding the grooming are not very sharp, and you can see even in England the cops turned blind eye so far. So don't think for the second that motive is necessarily the religion nahi hai. That's what the this person is talking
Why?
about, but various people are talking about various things. Yeah, अच्छे बुरे सारे में होते हैं. I am for it, but we are concerned about our children. you know Vinay ji, your last word. You, as a
I
parent,
I I
as
kind
a
of
parent as a community person yourself, say me, what are your concerns now on hearing
my
this?
concern is, people are sending their kids willy nilly from little villages in Punjab without knowing, what the future holds for their kids. And these kids are like 18, 19-year old, very
Maybe they
vulnerable.
send through these traffickers too.
I don't know, because I think it's mostly could be probably because, some of these traffickers may say, I will take care of your kid when she arrives here or he arrives here, and then they probably
They know
have a
what
relationship
route to
with the
go for.
parents. Yeah, when they come here, they are taking care of these kids, like taking care of the kids by getting them into all these sexual activities, drug activities, and all that stuff. And then the kids are so afraid to go back and report to the parents, because maybe this guy is a friend of their parents or
and
somebody who
and
knows.
and when their parents send them through these people, they have the trust also with the
They have the
kids as
trust.
well as.
So my thing is, what is the solution for this? We got to talk of solutions, not problems. Problems, we know about it, but solution, what is the solution? The parents who are sending these kids should actually think about it. You know what? Is my country so bad? My country meaning India, is it that bad where these kids cannot have opportunities? There are umpteen number of schools, umpteen number of colleges, umpteen number of opportunities in India. So why send them to Canada? Like, this is how they say Canada, right? So why send them to Canada? And their ambition is, they think that once they come to Canada, they can, do whatever, they can make a lot of money. But making money like this is not the accepted way. So the parents should stop doing this, and they should think a lot before doing this, because they're selling their trucks, they're selling their land, they're mortgaging their property and whatever, right, to send these kids over. And now these kids are getting into this kind of
And yeah, absolutely.
problem,
And
trouble.
to finish what you are
And
saying.
then the government also has to do something about it, because
No,
right now only NGOs are doing, so the
don't
government also has to do something about it.
Vinayji, don't say about the government. They need votes. Okay, from anybody, it doesn't matter. Okay, so please don't pull government into this. Okay, they have bigger work to do. Okay, but I just want to say this problem is not only for the students who come here. If you are a young parent who have children here, or if you are a parent who have adult children here, you need to have a watch. You need to do whatever you have to do. You have to have an
Oh,
open
yeah,
talk, right? Simaji, yeah, the parents should have a good. Now we spoke about students, but let's quickly in a minute the last word. Okay, as a parent, you know what they have to do to make sure their children doesn't fall into prey into these hands. आप
मुझे
yeah.
लगता मुझे लगता नहीं है कि पेरेंट्स जब स्टूडेंट्स को भेजते हैं अपने बच्चों को तो वो
I'm not
समझाते नहीं
talking
होंगे
about them. I'm talking about
ज्यादातर।
I'm talking about the people who are here.
अ,
Students का तो
आपकी
हो गया
आवाज
ना.
आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ
ठीक
रही,
है,
दोबारा से
ठीक है.
बोलिए।
No, I'm talking about the parents who are here. They are also concerned about their children right now, right?
जी, 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 जी। जी, जी, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। पेरेंट्स जो यहाँ पे हैं वो भी उनको होना भी चाहिए पर नहीं मुझे लगता नहीं है कि बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स जो हैं इन चीज़ों को सोचते हैं। उनको लगता है कि जो सोचते हैं वो तो नैरो माइंडेड है या तो ये एक दुःख भरी कह लो कि शर्मनाक कह लो सोच है। और पेरेंट्स को लगता है कि वो बड़ा पैनी नज़र रख मतलब कि वो बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, वो बड़ा फ्री बच्चों को रखते हैं, फ्रीडम देते हैं, सब दुनिया के साथ चल रहे हैं, तो वो सही है। और जो मतलब कि इन चीज़ों पे अलर्ट करवाते हैं, वो तो नैरो माइंडेड लोग हैं, वो तो ऐसे हैं, वैसे हैं। तो ये चीज़ें भी सच्चाई है, ये सच्चाई है। और
And
दूसरा
and
ये है कि 1 मिनट दलीपन जी, एक और मुझे बात करनी है। बात ये है कि देखिए हमारी ही औरतें जो है यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है कि वो फॉरेन कंट्री में आ गई तो उनकी जो लाइफ है वो बिल्कुल उनकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है उनसे उनसे हट गई है। यहाँ उनकी अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स उनके सामने आ जाती है कई बार ना कई कई तरह की। तो प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हम ये फिर जो दूसरे लोग हैं इस्लामिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस यहाँ पे बहुत स्ट्रांग है क्योंकि ये पहले के लोग हैं, ज़्यादा लोग हैं। हमारे लोग तो अभी आ रहे हैं, थोड़े हैं, इतने ज़्यादा नहीं है। तो ये फिर औरतें ये क्या करते हैं, ये औरतों की बड़ी हेल्प करने के लिए फटाफट भागे आते हैं। उनको पता लगना चाहिए कि किसी औरत को, हिंदुस्तानी को या पंजाबी को हेल्प की ज़रूरत है। तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एकदम से उनको मतलब कि अपने उसमें लेती है अंडर। तो ये भी एक खतरा है। अभी मैं खुल के तो नहीं बोलूँगी
yeah.
क्योंकि
ये भी तो
ये
जाके लंगर लेते हैं. Yeah, no
जी,
problem,
जी, बिल्कुल, पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन इनकी जो है, पूरे डाटाज़, पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन जो फिर ऐसी-ऐसी ऑर्गनाइज़ेशंस के पास चली जाती है, जो फ्यूचर में उनकी बच्चियों के लिए या
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
जिहाद का
You know,
वो ग्रास बन सकती हैं। अगर हम ऐसी बात भी करते हैं, तो भी इनको लगता है कि शायद हम गलत बोल रहे हैं, पर जब हो जाता है ना सब कुछ, फिर रोते हैं लोग कि ओहो!
ना,
ऐसे हो गया, वैसे हो गया।
ये तो होता ही है. मेरा अब्दुल ऐसा नहीं है, मेरा मेरा
हाँ,
मोहम्मद ऐसा नहीं है. वो ये तो बोलते हैं, सब
जी,
अपने ही होते हैं. बट एनीवे,
जी,
thank you very much for joining us in Bharat Marg. I want to appreciate it. Okay, for this is a very serious thing, friends. If you are a parent here, you need to be very concerned too. This is not only with the student. You need to have a good relationship with your children to make sure that they can talk to you openly and they can share their concerns. And also the people who are sending we just did a video now just before this, and it's an incredible video for you to see. Now you can become doctor, engineer, everything from your mother tongue itself. You don't need to do English. You even know English to become those things. So anyway, a lot of opportunities in India for people to see also. But anyway, thank you very much for each one of you, and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna ji.